Jason Lejeune from Gridiron Football here with Westminster Lafayette head coach, Chargers head coach Kent Gable. Coach, appreciate you stopping by, and we're going to talk about the Chargers. Should be, no pun intended, electrifying season this year. But talk about, first, before we talk about 2025, talk about last season.
Yeah, it was a big year. It was our first year in LHSA.
Yep.
So really didn't have a ton of expectations from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of shocked people going 7-4. It was my first year at the school. I was the AD and offensive coordinator at Acadiana the last 6 years before that. And not a lot of expectations from the outside, but within our walls, the expectations were to have a successful season. I think we did that and really set the foundation for the future.
Absolutely, Coach. Tell me about the four guys you decided to bring today and why they're really great representatives of your program.
Yeah, all of these guys are super talented. It's our backfield. It's our quarterback and our three backs, and what we do offensively, it's really the staple of our offense with the guys, besides the guys up front. They all are special athletes. They work extremely hard. They all bring something different to the offense. And look at our school, they all play both ways too.
Mm-hmm.
So at a smaller school like this, they all are able to play on both sides of the football. So I thought they were good representatives, good students. So excited to have them.
Yeah, Coach, let's talk about the offensive side of the football. Just overall, can you kind of give me a preview on that side of the football?
Yeah, we run a split back veer. Coming from Acadiana, that's what we do, and so we like to run the football. We do throw it probably a little more than I have. It just depends on the athletes that we have. But we have three really good backs. Mm-hmm. Our quarterback can run. And then we have some skill guys that are really good. The biggest difference this year from last year is how physical we are up front. Mm-hmm. Last year, when I got there, they didn't really work out, didn't have a weight room, and we've been able to build that, install that into our program. And last year we had one of our 6 starters. I consider a tight end an extension of offensive line. Mm-hmm. Only one of those 6 guys was 200 pounds plus. This year, 5 of 6 are. So sure. And much stronger. So I think physicality up front is going to be the difference, and we got good backs that can make you pay if you give us a seam.
Okay, let's flip over to the defensive side of the football. How's that looking?
Good. Defensively, we can really run. We have a lot of speed on defense. We're physical up front. Again, I think our line on both sides of the ball is going to be the biggest difference for us this year. But physical up front, and then really run to the football at the linebacker positions. The secondary guys can cover. We have Luke Davis, the returning starter. A lot of returning starters. We had some seniors last year, but we really have a ton of, for a team with only 4 seniors, we return a lot of starters. So excited about that group.
Yeah, I knew you mentioned these guys earlier on, but who are some other names maybe we should get to know a little bit, or just expect some good seasons from this year that aren't here today?
Yeah, a couple of our linemen, our offensive linemen, defensive linemen, Michael Landry, Caleb Romero. We expect big years for those guys up front. On the back end of our secondary and even receiving core, Luke Davis is a special player back there. Andre Green is a guy that plays multiple positions for us that I expect to have a big year. So we have several guys, but those would be some of the key guys I expect to do some big stuff for us.
I know y'all just making really the transition to LHSAA and getting those to everything full time, but talk about the schedule coming up for y'all.
Yeah, it's we play some bigger schools up front. Albany is a bigger school. We play them week 1. We get to play Hamilton Christian in the Jamboree, which I'm excited about. Yeah. Last year we played Larkin in the Jamboree, and I told Trev coming into this year, I said, I don't know if we want to play you guys again this year. Y'all might be a little too loaded for us. But Hamilton Christian is going to be a good challenge in the Jamboree. And then we also, we play the Westminster Appaloosa School in week 3, which will be a big challenge. And then our district, with Ascension and VC, those guys are always tough. So it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be physical, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I know this is really a brand new program on the rise, been a new program just a couple of years in existence and everything. And why should people start paying attention more to y'all, just not only this year, but the next couple of years?
No, absolutely. Look, the biggest thing right now we're going through is trying to get our identity and understanding people understand who we are and what we're about. Westminster Lafayette is, we think, here to stay, and expect us to be a program in the future that we're going to be competing for state championships. That's our goal every year. I don't care if it's the first year or second year, it doesn't matter. Our goal when we start the season is to compete for a state championship. So that's what our plan is. We'll be adding new facilities in the next year to 2 years, and that we already have plans for a football stadium and all those things that we don't have now. So all those things on top of what we do as a school, academically, spiritually, all those things that we have, I think it's a total package school. So I'm excited to be there, and I expect us to compete for championships in the future.
Absolutely, Coach. Always a pleasure. Thanks for coming over and bringing your guys today and talk about your program. Here's a magazine on us as well. And then the next magazine, we have a season preview in there for Westminster Lafayette. So looking forward to it. So you need to read more Westminster Lafayette fans about the Chargers. Make sure to go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com, to pre-order your magazine today. Looking forward to see what kind of version, 2025 version, the Chargers have in store for us this fall.